Hey Myth Junkies, it's been a while, but I return inviting you to go on a voyage with me to Valhalla and meet the one and only Odin. The Allfather, the Wayfarer, the Hooded One, and don't forget his legendary beard and trusty steed Sleipnir. Known by over 200 other names, Odin is a god of the Norse pantheon. He is depicted as having one eye that he exchanged for the knowledge of his fate, and his weapon of choice is the great spear Gungnir. Odin is obsessed with wisdom, so much so that he sacrifices himself in many ways just to be all-knowing. Take for example the story of Odin and his knowledge of the runic alphabet. He took it upon himself to hang himself from the tree of life Yggdrasil, stab himself with his own spear Gungnir, and hung out for 9 days and 9 nights. Literally.
Oh! Great Odin's raven!
On the 9th night, the runes at last revealed their secrets and true forms. Odin ended his ordeal and said these words, "Then I was fertilized and became wise. I truly grew and thrived. From a word to a word, I was led to a word. From a work to a work, I was led to a work." Equipped with the knowledge of how to wield the runes, he learned chants that enabled him to heal emotional and bodily wounds, to bind his enemies and render their weapons worthless, to free himself from constraints, to put out fires, to expose and banish practitioners of malevolent magic, to protect his friends in battle, to wake the dead, to win and keep a lover, and to perform just about anything a god could want. Because, being a god just isn't enough. Odin is often seen accompanied by his animal familiars. His 2 ravens by the name of Hugin, which means thought, and Munin, which means memory, and his 2 wolves, Geri, the greedy one, and Freki, the ravenous one. His familiars bring him information from all over Midgard, or as we say Earth, which is one of the 9 worlds within early Germanic cosmology. As a very smart person by the name of Heinrich puts it, their relationship is theorized as a biological symbiosis. As a separate entity, Odin lacked depth perception, being one-eyed, and he was apparently also uninformed and forgetful. But his weaknesses were compensated by his ravens, Hugin, mind, and Munin, memory, who were part of him. They perched on his shoulders and reconnoitered to the ends of the earth each day to return to the evening and tell him of the news. He also had 2 wolves at his side, and the man-god-raven-wolf association was like one single organism, in which the ravens were the eyes, mind, and memory, and the wolves the providers of meat and nourishment. Sleipnir is Odin's 8-legged stallion, who helps Odin travel around the 9 realms of the cosmos. Sleipnir was born from the god Loki, who shapeshifted into a mare and became pregnant by the stallion of a giant, as is recounted in the tale of the fortification of Asgard. Interestingly enough, 8-legged horses are a rather common mode of transportation within shamanic traditions. Don't ask me how that works. Ask your friendly local shaman. Odin's spear was named Gungnir, which means swaying. It was created by the dwarves, known as the Sons of Ivaldi, who worked under the master blacksmith Dvalin. Loki had enticed the dwarves for the spear, and gave it to Odin. Gungnir is said to have runes carved on its point, which presumably increase its aim and deadliness through magic. Odin led the army of the Aesir and threw his spear over the heads of the Vanir, and proclaimed, "Odin owns you all." A common and chilling way of securing his favor in the battles of the Norsemen was to throw a spear over one's foes, sacrificing their enemies to Odin. Other forms of sacrifice was by hanging, stabbing with a spear inscribed with runes, as homage to the time Odin sacrificed himself to learn the runic alphabet. So, we spoke about Odin's pastimes, his buddies, and his skills. Let's talk a little bit about his death. Fenrir, the giant wolf born of Loki and the giantess Angbordha, killed Odin. At Ragnarok, he broke free and ran throughout the world with his lower jaw against the ground and his upper jaw in the sky, devouring everything in his path.
Odin's beard! My beard!
So that's where that phrase comes from.
What is Odin's purpose? Who is he really? Odin is driven by his own self-interested adventures for knowledge and poetry. He's somewhat of an outlaw with a soft side for other outlaws and is considered a warrior shaman. He and the Valkyries comb through every battlefield, choosing who goes to Valhalla to fight alongside Odin during Ragnarok or the Doom of the Gods, when the great giants will destroy the cosmos while Freya takes the other half to Folkvanir, a meadow of dead army men. And now for my favorite representation of Odin from the History Channel series Vikings, a must-watch if you're into brutal war, sexy accents, and amazing storytelling of historical accounts.
Cold. In the cold iron earth, Ragnar lies.
It gladdens me to know that Odin prepares for a feast. Soon I shall be drinking ale from curved horns. I shall not enter Odin's hall with fear. I shall wait for my sons to join. And when they do, I will bask in their tales of triumph. The Aesir will welcome me. My death comes without apology. And I welcome the Valkyries to summon me home.
You guys, it's here. God of War 4 has been released, and I'm ready for it. Are you? Do you want to watch me get my ass whipped by Norse gods and vice versa? Well, I hope you'll visit my Twitch stream and check it out. Follow the link below and you'll find yourself at my Twitch page. I also have a Patreon account, and I'm currently working on my Facebook page as well, so that will be launched in time. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about Odin and watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it and researching for it. I know there are so many interesting stories of him, so I hope that you'll do some of your own research. And I want to mention that yes, I do plan on making revisitation videos in the future. So if I left something out or you didn't see a scene you expected or know of, please comment or contact me and let me know what I missed so I can include it in a future video. I'll see you guys next time, and thank you for letting Mama break down the mythos.